Hey y'all, Van Scooter, Shackelford, Bonnie Lake Cowboy here today, coming to you from the Double S Ranch inside, because the neighbor across the way there got his power washer going. I don't want to hear him running his power washer out there. He's a jackass. It's Wednesday, January 28th, 2015, VanCast Show number 9. So, a friend of mine that I talk to on Twitter in the mornings, we have a group of us that I've told you about. We get on Twitter in the morning and talk about whatever we're talking about. And she goes by, her Twitter handle is Starfish. She bought a gray hoodie, and on the front of the gray hoodie says, "All you can eat tacos." She thought the shirt was an advertisement for Taco Tuesday. Everybody's familiar with Taco Tuesday, okay? I guess from reading what she had put on Twitter, that a co-worker of hers asked her why she had this Taco Tuesday or all-you-can-eat taco shirt on, and Starfish replies, "Well, to promote Taco Tuesday." Her coworker says, "You might want to look at the back of your shirt." The back of her shirt was, the front of the shirt was an advertisement for a female escort service. All-you-can-eat tacos. So make sure, if you buy a shirt, look at both sides before you put it on. Make sure that that's the shirt that you want to wear that day. That's a little embarrassing. People on the East Coast, you're worrying about all this snow that you're having. It's a breaking news. This storm just came out of nowhere. No, it did not. You knew it was coming. You live on the East Coast, for crying out loud. It's January. You get this type of weather, usually December, January, sometimes earlier, sometimes later. You know what's going to happen. It's coming. If you watch the weather reports, you know the storm is building your way and possibly going to hit with an excessive amount of snow or not so much snow. Why you're freaking out? You live on the East Coast. I have some friends that are from Maine, that lived in Maine. They're from Massachusetts and have lived in Massachusetts. Other friends on the East Coast that have lived in this and grew up with it. It's East Coast people. Deal with it. Deal with it. With the word cowboy. Where does the word cowboy come from? Well, it's a Spanish word meaning vaquero. And is defined as a horse-mounted livestock herder of a tradition that originated in the Iberian Peninsula. Also known as vaquero, which is Spanish, which is developed in Mexico and brought to Mesoamerica to become the foundation for the North American cowboy. Two traditions of the cowboy still remain. That is the Mexican tradition, the Texas and Spanish tradition are the two that remain. The cowboys of the Great Basin use the term buckaroo. And in short, the word cowboy comes from Mexico and Spain, and a North American adapted their version from this, and buckaroo refers to a certain style of cowboy and his horsemanship. 16th century conquistadors brought their traditions with cattle and horses to the Americas, starting in what is known today as Mexico and Florida. So it kind of makes sense, being in that southern area where the conquistadors, the Spanish, came in on that side. Then Mexico and the Mexicans and the Mayans, or people from that part of the Americas, came up. So they were doing it long before the American cowboy was here. And the American cowboy got their traditional ways by watching them and just altering their ways of tradition. So that's how the American cowboy got his. And the American cowboy does do things a whole lot differently than Mexican cowboys and Spanish cowboys and the Texas cowboys. There's a whole different genre. It depends on what part of the country you're from, what you consider as a cowboy, and how you handle that. So we'll go with that. I was watching something. Well, I'm not going to say I was watching TV. I caught a glimpse of something in a newspaper or magazine. It was something about broccoli is a GMO food. GMO, genetically modified organism. Broccoli is not a GMO food. It is, however, man-made. And there is a difference. There's a difference. Broccoli is a result of breeding wild cabbage around the 6th century BC. And the name comes from the Italian word broccolo, which means flowering top of cabbage. Cabbage did grow wild, yes, that is true. When a cabbage goes to seed, or when you let it go and the flower comes up on the top of the cabbage, if you look, it almost looks like broccoli. If you have a cabbage growing and you let it grow, it'll look like broccoli. They've taken that flower seed and altered that to get broccoli. It's not GMO. It is man-made. I'll tell you the difference here in a minute. Just bear with me. Broccoli was introduced about 1,000 years ago in the Mediterranean. It comes from the Italians. Okay? England and America was introduced to broccoli by the Italians in the 1700s. Broccoli became popular food in the Americas in 1920s. It is not a GMO food or genetically modified organism. Okay? It comes from the flower of the wild cabbage, and man just altered it to help it grow. I'm not going to go into detail about how they did it because I don't know, and so really don't care. I love broccoli. Cauliflower along the same line. Cauliflower is man-made also. So are Brussels sprouts. They're man-made. They're not a natural vegetable. A GMO, genetically modified organism, is defined as foods that have been produced from organisms in which specific changes were introduced into their DNA through genetic engineering. That does not say broccoli. Broccoli was altered. It was changed. They didn't mess with the DNA of the plant. How they got it to grow into broccoli, I don't know. It was 1,000 years ago. I wasn't alive then. I don't know. So that's about all there is on that. I don't have a lot today, guys. It was kind of a slow day. I had a doctor's appointment today, which I got that all taken care of. Did go to lunch with Amy today. Took her to lunch. We went to this little pizza place in Tacoma. Had a slice of pizza and a salad and a root beer. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. They make the pizza. I mean, everything right there is handmade. They cut the lettuce and everything. They make everything right there. You can see back, whip around there, toss around the pizza dough. However you do it, whatever you call that, the pizza dough, toss it. They're back there making all their dough. It's cool. It's a great show, man. So, like I said, I don't have much today, guys. So, that's it. So anyway, we're going to call this an early show today. Have a great weekend, guys. We're getting there. It's almost there. It's Wednesday, so we got a couple more days to get to the weekend, and big game coming up this weekend. Go Hawks. Go get this done. Everybody's talking about Marshawn Lynch, why he's being a jackass. I'll touch on this real quick. You know, yeah, I don't care. Just leave the guy alone. I know he's under contract and is contracted to talk to the media. I understand that. So does all America. It's just I can argue with this till I'm blue in the face, but I think it's hilarious that he is standing up and standing his ground against a corporation and NFL, and Roger Goodell does not like it because somebody is standing up to them and pissing them off, and I just think it's hilarious as hell. So Marshawn Lynch, you keep on doing what you're doing, buddy, because I find it quite hilarious. I know some of you don't. It's your opinion, man. It's my opinion. It's my thought. I think it's hilarious. So keep on doing it, Marshawn. I don't care. I don't care. Anyway, Van Scooter Shackelford, the Bonnie Lake Cowboy from the Double S Ranch, guys. Y'all have a great day, great evening. This is gonna be a short show today, so that's all I got today, guys. But I just wanted to check in with y'all real quick. Thanks for looking into me, checking me out, looking at me. Time to go get a beer, guys. Maybe I'm not going to do it on camera. Just time to go to the fridge, get a beer, so. We'll see y'all later. From Double S Ranch, Van Scooter Shackelford. We'll see you guys later. Bye.